Well, hello, everybody. Can you believe it? It's been a month since we did one of our free tutorials. Welcome to all that. I can see all these people coming in. Amazing. I want to make sure that you can hear me. So can you pop your hand up? You can hear, you can see that everything's working really nicely. Look, all these people coming in. Amazing. I can see a few hands up. Fantastic. All righty. Little bit of housekeeping. If you've got questions, absolutely happy to answer questions, but if you can pop it in the chat, and if you can make sure when you go to chat, you might want to just go and have a little look at this before we get going. I'm just going to put hello in there. When you see two, there's a little drop down, make sure it's to everyone because it's really important, everybody to see your question. So hi there, it's Joanne. Just making sure that you can all see it. I'm going to put some details in the chat while we're waiting for everyone to rock up. I'm going to put the website. I am going to give you my phone number, which is important if you want to chat, and then my email address. Full clarity, full ability to reach out to me and touch base and all the things. So great. I can see all these people are coming in. Fantastic. At the end, we will have the opportunity for you to ask questions. Happy to unmute you. You can just ask me the question live, but hang around for 10, 15 minutes after. I expect these are quick, sharp, short tutorials, you know, the old webinar, but a tutorial, probably about 45 minutes at the very most. So my goal is to be efficient, giving you some great tools, some information that you're going to receive. But the other thing that you're going to get is once this is finished, because it is recorded, you can see it's recording already. You should have got an alert for that, you'll get an email, and there are some gifts in that email. And I'll explain those to you towards the end. Nothing to pay, but there are some gifts for you to access. So let me just go and grab, I'm going to share the screen first. Then I'm going to get the slide deck going so that we can get cracking. So, yes, I've got the chat open. I'll make sure that I can see it so that you can ask a question as we're going. And as best I can, I'll answer it live while we're going through the content. But if I can't, we can absolutely cover that at the end when we're finished. So welcome to Navigate Biz, and welcome to our free tutorial of 6 tips. You know, no time, how do you take back control? And very interestingly, it's just funny how the universe serves. I've had a number of interviews and appointments today before this, so I've had a jam-packed day, which is amazing. Great, Gavita, I'm glad that you can hear that. Fantastic. Interestingly, the call that I was on literally a few moments ago, we were talking about productivity and getting all the things done that need to be done as a business owner. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. So let's dive in. I'm going to keep a track of the time. My phone is on mute, but I do want to make sure that I respect your time and I finish on time, because this is all about time, right? So it's about use of your time really efficiently. So for those of you who don't know me, and there are some names attending today that I don't know, so welcome, and I hope you enjoy this. This is me, I'm Jo. Owned over 14 businesses in the last 20 years. Yes, I built a business from 0 to 30 million in 18 months. It was a ridiculously fast growth strategy that we had in place. And I was literally being interviewed about this morning. So let me be really clear here. That was not an overnight success. It took me 30 years to get the framework in place to be able to do that. So I come with a lot of experience. I'm an author and co-author, author of all the content that we've written, and a co-author of this book, How to Be a 6-Star Business. And you can see there's 25 authors here. This is available on the website if you'd like to buy it. I was really, really delighted to be asked to contribute a chapter to it. And my chapter is around doing business with your competitors and how to do it well. We're really pleased to be working with some industry partners in the Small Business Association Australia and the Franchise Business Association of Australia. I do speaking, I'm a motivator in business, and I just love talking about business to other business owners. So that's me, for those of you who don't know who I am. Let's jump in. A bit of a quote here to begin with. If the fuel of your business is time, then businesses are like fuel stations. They provide us with the most valuable opportunity, our impact. Now, I speak to many, many business owners, and I ask them, one of the things I often ask them is, why did you start the business? And sometimes it's about, well, I just love the product that we sell. It's awesome. I want to make a lot of money. Well, that's great too. And unashamedly, we are all in business, and we should aspire to make to use our business as a motivation tool. Not ashamed of that, and it's true, and it should be the case. But I want people to think more deeply about it. You know, we have seen definitely a tidal wave of business owners popping up as a result of COVID, because, you know, there's been challenges with their employed positions. And when a business owner says to me, I'm here to replace my income, those sort of things, well, I want business owners to think more deeply. I want you to think about, and this has got nothing to do with time, but, you know, a business that is connected to understanding clearly the impact, the purpose, the legacy of what you do, the feeling that you give your customer and they experience your service, the feeling that your customer has when they don't experience your service. If you can tap into that, the money will come. So let me just, it's just super important that you understand that time and money is fuel for your business, and the driver of your business is knowing clearly what the impact you want to make for your customers. Super important. Just going to move a few things off the screen each time because I've got the chat open. I don't want to miss any questions if they pop up. So I'm just going to get myself out of the screen. So who will benefit from this tutorial? So I know there's a whole bunch of you who have registered, and some of you may be watching the recording. So what I know is there are many businesses out there who feel maybe their business isn't going anywhere, or maybe it's not going in the direction that you want it to. It's not performing as you expected, not necessarily nowhere. You know, the life of a business owner is chaotic, and you might at times feel as though your time is being sucked by your business. You struggle to get all that needs to be done each day. I totally understand that. I run 3 companies. I do many things. Like today, I've been on the screen from 8 o'clock and I haven't got any of my admin done, haven't done any of the work in the business. I've been working on the business all day. And guess what? I'm okay with that, because I know working on the business is equally important as working in it. And you're looking to be heard, guided, and supported in your business journey. Maybe you're looking and searching for a business community that can help you to feel as though you're in the right place to help you grow and scale. So this tutorial will help you with that. So, you know, we've got resources in our lives. We have time, which is limited. We only have 168 hours a week. Money opportunity is unlimited, and you can control both. So we're going to be talking about time today. We talk about money and time more deeply into our programs, but let's just talk about what you could do today. I want you to take away some tools and resources and some know-how of what you can do to take control of your time and therefore your business after today's tutorial. So what I know, and if you look at all the successful business globally, over history, currently, over time, no successful, sustainable business has ever been built without control over time and money. Nobody's done that. Now, as I said, I was talking about this in an interview this morning, and there may be the odd unicorn that has winged it and managed to make a bunch of money really quickly without a whole bunch of infrastructure around their business. What I will tell you categorically, hand on heart, there's a very good chance that that business won't be sustainable. And that's why I put that word in there. We want successful, profitable, sustainable businesses you feel you have control over. And so let's continue to talk about time. So why do you need to control it? You know, what's a really important thing? Why did I bother even popping up the thought that controlling time is important? Well, it creates confidence. Like, I know a lot of business owners that I speak to, you know, you don't want to be in control of an out of control car. That's pretty confronting and pretty scary. Same deal if you feel as though you're out of control with your business. It creates stress, it creates anxiety, creates so many distractions for you that you can't focus on what's important. Control gives you data. It enables you to spend your time efficiently. So controlling your time and how you spend it will actually take a lot of the pressure off your shoulders. All right, so I'm not talking about you continuing to do everything. We're going to explore some of the tips that I can share with you about how you can do things really efficiently. You know, as I shared with you earlier on, I built a business from 0 to 30 million in 24, about 24 months, 18 to 24 months. But what was critical to some foundations that I had in place, I had automation, I had skills, I understood the industry inside out, and I had systems and processes that I knew would work. So that was, I took control of how the business was going to operate, set it up so that it could then scale massively. And so that's what I want for you. Now, that might not be your aspiration. That volume of turnover may not be your aspiration, but you should be aiming to scale your business to a level that you're excited about. It might give you a few butterflies in the belly, but it absolutely is something that you need to define. You need to work out what that growth strategy looks like so that you can actually tap into it daily and weekly. I'm going to talk about that in a little bit in a moment. So let's have a look at how do you spend your time today. As I said, we've all got 168 hours a week. Nobody has less, nobody has more. That's a big number, right? And you think about it, crikey, that much time? Well, you're probably thinking, oh, well, I already work 12 hours a day, Joanne, and all these sort of things. And I want to be able to take time off and go and watch my kids play sport, or go to the hairdresser and get my hair done, or whatever those things are. So one of the things that I'm going to give you today is one of our time management tools. You'll get that on an email. It's a tool that we use throughout all our programs. Now, I've never done this in a tutorial before. I'm actually going to give you the resources that you need to implement as a result of the tutorial. So I actually want you to use it and implement it. So embedded in this tool is a video of how to use it. What it is literally looking at your calendar from last week and putting all the activity into this tool. Now it's color coded. What you want is as much green as possible, because green means income producing activities. Now there's a very good chance when you first do this that you might find some red text, which means there's no income activity, or there is some orange text, which means that it's admin, it's important to the business, but again, it's not generating income. So the purpose of this tool that you're going to get on an email after the recording today is I want you to use it. I don't give it to you because I want to get you to sign up for other things. I want you to see how you can take control of your business. And one of them is controlling your time. So what most people do when they see this result of putting in, it's just a simple spreadsheet. I said there's a video of how to do it. Put in all the activities that you did, even sleep, because that's important. You do need sleep, but it's not income producing, right? You need to get your sleep. But what you will see visually from a color-coded perspective is where you can recoup time. So in the tool, the challenge we have for you, it's a small challenge. How can you recoup 2 hours of your time that you can convert to income producing activities? Now, I know I've done workshops on this many times where we've had interaction with participants. And I remember one of our clients, a business owner, said to me, well, that's great, Joanne, but, clearly, somebody's got to do this admin work. Somebody's got to do the raising of invoices and et cetera, et cetera. I can't afford to outsource. And my question to them was this. If you could pull out those activities that you are running in your business that you are doing that is not income producing and exchange it for an activity that is income producing, and let's assume a few things. The admin and the non-income producing activities, a cost per hour is something that might be a $65 an hour thing, or it could be as low as a $25 an hour thing. It's a number definitely less than your income producing activities. Pull that out, outsource it, put in its place an income producing activity. Now you need to be very aware of the products or services that you offer. What is the average income that you earn per hour? Now, I want you to be respectful of this in that don't reduce it to a level because you're not comfortable or certain that your hourly rate is XYZ. Our hourly rate, you could say, is about $550 an hour. If I can pull out an activity that I'm doing that's not income producing, it's like $65 an hour, and I can replace it with a $550 an hour activity, guess what? You can afford to outsource today. That is one major tip that you're going to grab, that you've now got today, to know how to take control of your time. Outsource those things you shouldn't be doing. Outsource them and make sure, though, you exchange it for income producing activity. That is where you're going to release some time off you. And maybe you don't like the admin. Like I know, I love a good spreadsheet. Now, Gurvita, I can see you're raising your hand a number of times. If you have a question, you can pop it in the chat, or if you're just going, yeah, I agree, fantastic. I won't continue on, but I can see you are popping your hand up. So it's great that you're interacting. Thank you. I do appreciate it. So yes, recoup time by outsourcing and getting rid of the activities that you shouldn't be doing. And as I said, if you replace it with income producing activities, of course you can afford to do it now. Of course you can. So you're going to get that tool sent to you on an email, and I want you to make sure that you make use of it. It can have quite a profound impact on you. And then I want you to keep checking in each week. Go back and put the time, your calendar back into it. Simple spreadsheet. There's no connecting to anything. Simple spreadsheet, but it will give you a visual view of what it looks like. Now, on this tool, if you have staff, there's the spreadsheet is made up of a number of tabs down the bottom, you as a business owner and staff members. So if you want to if you've got a team of people working for you, you want to see where they spend their day and are they using it the most efficient way they should as their role for you, get them to fill in the employee one. And then there's also another tab there. Maybe you have a business on the side to your employed position. So that caters to that situation as well. So you're getting a substantial tool being sent to you after the end of this. But as I said, make sure you use it so you can see where you can recoup 2 hours a week. Because just think, if you can recoup 2 hours a week back into your day that you can exchange it for income producing activities, that's going to be pretty compelling, right? That's going to be something that you're going to want to do. I know I would. And it is something that I check regularly. So what are the things? So let's start talking about another tip that you definitely need to make sure that you do. Now, I know for me, I don't spend a lot of time on this baby on my phone. Yes, I am on social media constantly. I'm sharing what we do at Navigate Biz. I do lives every week. I'm always on social media sharing and educating my customer base and my community. But what I want you to do is pull your phone out and think about those influences that are through the screen, through people and the activities that only give you a positive influence. You do not need to be exposing yourself to toxic social media, people and activities. And yes, some of those decisions are going to be pretty hard. Be aware of the people you surround yourself with. You know, business ownership is tough enough as it is. If you are doing it on your own, you are doing it way harder than most people. You should, absolutely. And I love that you're part of this Navigate Biz community because you're watching this tutorial. Surround yourself with people who can help you and serve you, hold you accountable, lift you up when you need it, challenge you when you need it, but keep you moving forward. As I said, social media, are you exposing how much time you spend on this baby? And your tool that I was just speaking about, that has a spot on there where you are wasting time on watching TV, too much social media, scrolling on your phone. Have a look at that area and disconnect from those platforms and those influences and those people you follow that don't serve you. Who are the actual people in your life? Now, that could be family, friends, colleagues, team members, suppliers, people you surround yourself with. Make a concerted effort to surround yourself with positive people, people whose values align with you, people whose purpose of running their business or being involved in your business aligns with your business. That's staff, that's suppliers, that's contractors, that's all those people. And what things are you doing? What activities are you doing that is not a positive influence on you? Make a concerted effort to filter out the toxic. The only way that you're going to relieve the pressure of all the things that need to be done is only to surround yourself with positive people, positive influence, positive activity. You know, if there's podcasts and they buoy you up and you're going for a drive or you're doing the jog, listen to those podcasts. I'm not saying don't do that, you know, and for those of you who are aware or may not be aware, we have the Business Without BS podcast. We have got a bucket load of things that you can listen to whilst you're jogging. And I know a bunch of our Navigate Biz customers, they listen to our podcast whenever they're walking the dog or going to gym and those sort of things. They're short, sharp, and they're there to serve you and to bring value for you. So who else can you surround yourself with? What activities are you doing? How much reading are you doing? You know, we've got the 6-star, How to Be a 6-Star Business, and Nick Barnstall's book, you know, Better Business, Better Life. What books are you reading? You know, I'll share with you what book I'm reading. I'm reading Robin Sharma's book, and I listen to audiobooks, but I also have the book out. And weirdly, I actually buy 2 of each book. This is my nice pristine one that I like to just look at. But on my dining room table, when I'm having a cup of tea or my lunch or my dinner, it's the one that's got all the sticky notes. It's got the highlighting pen. I'm listening and I'm reading at the same time. When I'm driving to appointments or going somewhere, I listen to my books. Find the way. There is no excuse that you can't expose yourself to positive influencing material, activities, social media to support you in this journey of business. And that, again, will help you to relieve the pressure of not having control, because you're exposing yourself to positive influences. This is a phrase that I often use, which is don't push the rope. You know, there are things you actually have no control over. Let it go. There are things that you can control and you can get done. So, you know, the time management tool is going to help you with that, reducing your exposure to negative influences. Now, let me just go back to the slide before. There are going to be situations where, you know, you come across people that you can't distance yourself from. It could be family, friends. Just have the awareness that when they are giving you information that you know does not serve you, just have this internal speak in your brain that says, you know what, I don't need to take this on board. And, you know, this might seem weird, but what I do, I just say, I give it back to you with love. I don't need to absorb. I don't need to take on board that negative feedback, that negative commentary. I just know I'm just going to give it back to them because I don't need it. So you may not be able to physically actually distance yourself from them because they are part of your family or circle of friends and so forth things, and you see a value in remaining connected to them. But if they're giving you information that you know, and you'll know yourself, you know, you'll get the belly wobbles and all those sort of things. You will know those things that don't serve you. So if you can't distance yourself, you can have it back. You can just, you don't have to do the hand thing. Just be aware of those people that you can't distance yourself from. So pushing the rope, you know, nobody can get anywhere by pushing a rope. It's a floppy thing and it's not going to go anywhere. So that's what a lot of business owners try to do. People, you know, just in life, we try to push and control the things that we can't control. You can't control the weather. You can't control what our governments are going to be doing, whether you like them or lump them, whatever. Find the things that you can focus on, that you can get control of, and that you can get done. Move on from the things you cannot or do not have any control over, because it just adds to the level of stress and anxiety. So one of the things that we promote all the time, for those of you who don't know, we have these planners. This one is called Business Without BS. So what we want you to do now, whether you buy one of these, they're on the website for you to buy. But one of the things that you should do every day is plan your day. You know, I've got here, plan the top priorities you need to accomplish that day. Now, when I think about the priorities that I need to have accomplished for today, I always tap into my goals, my big, hairy, audacious goals. I know where I want to take Navigate Biz, what it's going to look like, what success looks like for me, what my lifestyle is going to be like, what my impact with my customers is going to look like. It's big. It gets me excited and gives me a fire in my belly. So one of the things that we do, you know, this is the Navigate Biz planner. So on one side is your paper diary. On the other side is your goals, your to-do, and your notes. Goals. If you're going to use a paper planner, whether you use this or it's a notebook or someone else's planner, don't care. If you're going to write down your goals, don't write down attempt to make 5 phone calls and hopefully get appointments. No, write it down. Make 10 phone calls and I will secure 3 appointments today. Write them as though they have already occurred. You know, there's some stuff that goes in the back of our brain. I'm not a neuroscientist or any of that sort of stuff, but I know when you write your goals as though they already have occurred, your brain starts thinking they're already here. Now, for me, weirdly, I'm not a user of paper planners, but we have them because we know there are a lot of people who love them. So, you know, the cool thing about these is they have, I'll just open it up so you can see it, a 1-page business plan in the front. You can make up your own. your daily diary, no dates on it. So it's a 100-page book here. Every quarter is a check-in to see how you're going. I'm just trying to find it. I'll come across it short. There it is. Yep. Reflection, write down, how did the quarter go? And this is a book that will last you more than a quarter. Now you can buy, as I said, you can buy them on the website. They're there for you to get it as you need. But whatever you do, plan your day. Now, I shared with you that I'm not a person who writes these things down. I'm just an electronic person, that sort of thing. But what I know works for me is I meditate every morning. I start my day, I get up at daybreak, take the dogs for a walk, come home, meditate. And during that meditation, I am visualizing in my head what my vision is for the business, what I believe success to be. I walk through my gratitude of being thankful for the things that happened yesterday, thankful for the opportunity to make a difference today. All those sort of things I know work for me. But as I said, I visualize that my goals have already happened. So whatever you do, so another tip, find 3 things that speak to your big, hairy, audacious goal, 3 things every day, and write them down. What are 3 small things you can do today that will, it's a bit like eating that elephant. Each day, what can you do today that will help you to achieve your big, hairy, audacious goal? Now, as an added quality tip here, if you have a team of people, why not implement a rhythm of a daily huddle? Now, I have ours with the Navigate team at 8:47 every morning. Now, I deliberately make it an interesting time because it's hard to be late for an interesting time. Everybody can be late for 8:30 or 8:45, but 8:47, it's very precise. And what we do in that huddle is, what are the 3 things we're going to do yesterday? Did we get them done? What are the 3 things we're going to do today? That all, whether it's my staff or me, speak to my big, hairy, audacious goal. It gives you clarity about what you need to do. You have it in your calendar. You will have written it in the calendar down the side here. You know what you need to get done. And I tell you, there's nothing better than ticking off a to-do list. And yeah. So that's pretty much it. That is what will help you get all those goals done and actually take control of your time. So what are your goals? Are you the priority? How big are your goals? What would a multiple of 10 times your current goals look like? And what does success look like today? So I remember I was speaking to a business owner not long ago, a month or so ago, and I was asking them about their goals. What did they, what was their aspirations for their business? And very interesting, they came back to me and said, I want to sell 20, I'll say widgets, 20 widgets by December. And I went, all right, okay, right, cool. December's going to come real fast, right? It's going to go like that. And I said to them, so what if you multiplied that by 50? Yeah, but I can't do that by December. Well, no, maybe you can't. Maybe the goals that you're looking at are short term. So when Nick and I talk about goals, and we've got a whole bunch of tools that sit around this project as well. When we talk about goals, when I look at mine are 10, 20 years out, because my goals are big, really big. And so when you are setting goals, don't get concerned about how you're going to do them. Set big goals, visualize. What does it look like? When I say to people, what does success look like for you? Well, this person said to me, we'll get 20 widgets sold. Yeah, right. But I want you to go deeper here. So let's say that person was able to come to terms with 50 times their 20 widgets, and they were going to do that over 5 years. Let's say that their product was a high-priced product. What I want you to think about when you're setting your goals is, again, tapping back into your purpose, your vision, your mission for your business. What is the impact your successful business has? What does it mean for your family? Does it mean you live in a certain type of property in a certain location that you can have a particular lifestyle? But then go deeper. What does it mean for your customers? What does it mean for your staff, your circle of influence? What does success look like? Does it mean a certain income level? That's just one element. Lifestyle, impact, giving back, philanthropic stuff. What does it look like when you sell the business? What are you going to be doing? These goals need to be big, because guess what? you look at how long people live today, men and women, we are living longer and longer with the evolution of medical breakthroughs. There's a very good chance that my daughter or my grandchildren will live to 120 easily. Now, I know a lot of people may be listening to this and thinking about, well, I just want to retire at 65, Joanne. Well, me, literally, I'm 5 years away from that. And the thought of that fills me with horror, because I love what I do. I really enjoy, I get a lot of thrill from it. I get a lot of fulfillment. I know I'm aiming for a big, hairy, audacious goal for me for when I'm 80 to 100 years old. And yep, I look that far ahead, because that is what keeps me going every day. That is the thing when you're looking here and you're going, man, what am I going to do today? What is the one thing I can do? And writing my goals down as though they've already happened and knowing where I'm going is what keeps me going. So, when I speak to business owners, I deliberately don't use the word small business. And I don't want any of you to use that word ever again. You are a business owner. Don't put the word small in it. What you say, what you think, what you do around that word that's what you'll get. You'll get small goals, small results, small everything. Because what we hear, what we say, what we think, what we do is what we get served, which is why we write the goals as though they've already happened, which is why I say to you, drop the word small. I am a business owner. I am not a small business. Stop using, I'm just a little business. I'm just a small business. You are denigrating the value of the business ownership realm that we are all in. Now, you might feel it's a bit woo-woo, but just stop using the word small. When people say to me, I'm going to try and do this, and I'll just say, stop. Stop using try, I hope, maybe. Dump all those words. I am, I can, I will, I have. Because when you say, I'll try, guess what you'll get? It'll be trying. It's going to be hard. So for me, I know what I want. I am going to achieve blah. I am doing this. I am making this happen. I will do this. I have done this. I can do this. I will do this. It's a bit like that train story. I can, I think I can, I think I can, I can. It was hard for him because he kept thinking he could, not knowing he could. So that's a really important piece around your goals, about knowing that it can be done and tapping into it every day, whether you write it down, whether you visualize it, and visualize what success looks like as though it's already here today, because I can tell you it will come. It will absolutely come. So the key to success, everybody makes mistakes. Gosh, I've liquidated a company, I've lost a company, but I've also had some great success. And, this is an old cliche, but when things go wrong, don't dwell on the mistake, dwell on the lesson. What here can I learn from? And I can tell you now, when I liquidated a $30 million company, I learned a lot. Man, I learned a lot. When I had to change my business because of a trademark issue, I learned a lot. And that trademark issue came about because I was doing the right thing to lodge the trademark for my business. And that was contested through the platform, through IP Australia. And that I then had to change. There are many things that I've done wrong in business, and that's why Navigate Biz exists. We want to take the lumpy bits out of business for you because we've been there. Nick Barnstall's had competitors nearly break him. He's had where he wasn't covered by flood insurance when the 2011 floods hit him in Rocklea and Brisbane, and all his equipment was up to here above the building. He's been there, done that. I've been there, done that. But guess what? We've also had some great success, and we always know that we need to learn from what has gone wrong, what the challenge has been. Now, one thing that I will say to you is an extension to that. If you have a team of people and you are delegating tasks to them and you don't get the result that you expect, it's gone wrong, can I be the first one to point out to you that it's your fault? Even if you weren't the one delegating the task, maybe it was one of your team members delegating it down. You need to check in with yourself to consider, where did I not set up my team member for success? Where did we, in the delivery of the message of the allocation of the task, did we not give them the resources, the tools, the know-how, what to paint with them, what done looks like? If you don't get the outcome you expect from a job that you've allocated, delegated, outsourced, you need to rethink. It sits in with this. This is a mistake. You need to think back in this and go, where could I improve in the delivery of that task? And this is getting down to the micro, but it also can be big stuff, right? You need to take ownership of it, but take ownership of it with pride, because we all can learn. I continue to do that stuff. I don't always get it right. And so you need to make sure that you are really clear about what you need to get done. As I said, make sure they've got the knowledge, the skills, the authority, the access, and that they know what the job when it's done looks like. They're the 5 things you need to consider when you delegate a task. Then if it still doesn't work, maybe what the task that you needed to get done needed to be adjusted. Maybe it was unrealistic, but what can you learn from that? Super important piece. So there's some action that you need to take. You need to do a time audit. So you're going to get that tool to be able to do that. One of the things that you can also do is talking about automation. Now, I know when I built this business that went crazy with growth, one of the things that I had set in place was automation workflows. This is using customer relationship management systems. It's using platforms that take the heavy lifting off what you need to do manually. So we were one of the first RTOs to become paperless. Everything, none of it was paper, and that saved us a lot of money. But what it also did was I had a team of people that were data entering from me from the paper. And no, I didn't sack them. I repurposed them to be customer engagement officers. So they were the people talking to my customers, because everything was automated. And automation does not need to cost you a lot of money. You can get access to CRMs, customer relationship management systems, for free. There are so many out there for free. You look at MailChimp. 2,000 contacts in there. You can use that for free till the cows come home. Has automation in it, can make life really easy for you. Yeah, I get it. You need to set up the system, but once it's set up, it's done. But maybe you don't set it up. Maybe you outsource that and you continue to go find customers to fill that pipeline, right? Electronic direct mail outs, CRM. Those are the things that you need to implement in your business. Automation, high touch, high tech is a big thing that I talk about all the time. I'm not saying you take the human element out of your business. Still, automation allows you and gives you the time to pick up and talk to customers. Ask how they're going. What's the customer journey like? How are we improving your life? Even if it's coffee. How does the coffee that I serve for you every morning when you walk past my cafe, how does it improve your life? What can we do better? How can we share with you our experience of knowing what it is to make a great coffee? What can you outsource? So all these things are going to help you. This is the action items you need to put in place to save you some time. So I'm going to give you a quick hack here. This is something, these platforms I use daily without a word of a lie. So this is some fantastic tools that you can access, and some of them you have to pay for. I get that, but I'm just going to share with you really quickly. Otter. Otter is an app on here and a computer. So for free, you get 10 hours of recording. Now, if you are somebody who does lots of meetings, or you need to create content and typing, this keyboard gets in your way, just talk to your computer and have it record your words. So Otter will give you, as I said, 10 hours of recording, and the output is a MP3, which is an audio file, and a text file. So you get it in the written word. Amazing. How about you stick your phone on a tripod, record yourself on video while you're doing it, create your marketing content. Look at this. Create your marketing content. Create a video for 2.5 minutes. Have Otter going at the same time, audio, text, video from your phone. Even if you outsource your marketing, if you send 3 files or 1 piece of content to your outsourced marketing people, or you do it yourself, you can now repurpose those 3 files into at least 20 different versions for a blog, for a post, for an ad, for a series of blogs, for a series of posts. You have multiplied your productivity by just doing 1 2.5 minute video. There's a soft word here, and it works on Google Docs as well. So whilst I don't have that image of a Google Doc, this is Microsoft Word. Can you see the dictate button? Every computer, reasonably new computer, even an old one, has a dictate button on it. Click it, don't touch your keyboard, and just start talking, and it gets your words onto paper. And Google Docs will do that equally fast. I have used that to write my book, to create content, any number of things that I don't want to take the time to type it up with my fingers. The next one is Jasper. Now that's a referral code that you can grab. So go and grab that, jot it down if you can. Jasper is something I actually literally use every single day. It's artificial intelligence copywriting. Now, let me give you a story. We had a copywriter working for Navigate Biz, and late last year decided that she wanted to go and build her own business. Fantastic, very happy for her. But we lost our copywriter. And at Christmas time, I wasn't going to replace somebody because, everybody wants a holiday. So I thought, well, what can Joanne do to continue the rhythm of the content that we create? So I actually found this platform, Jasper. It is a cost one. So it costs about 90 Australian dollars a month. Oh my gosh, it has, you can see the templates there: frameworks, email, website, blog, ads, e-commerce, social media, new Google video, and SEO. Has about 30 templates. What I use it for, I want to write about this. Paragraph generator, put it in there. I want an inspiring word. Here's some keywords I want it to use, and Bob's your uncle. I get up to 4 paragraphs that speak to that headline. I use it for blogs, EDMs, content, for our programs and courses. I use it for so many things. It's not funny. And I've actually not needed to replace my copywriter. Now that means that I'm not employing somebody, but there's going to come a time where we're going to need, because of the volume of the business coming in, we'll bring on a copywriter, but I will be saying to them, escalate your performance by using Jasper. A game changer in what it helps me to be productive with. It helps me, one blog for me, using Jasper, getting it up, writing the EDM that speaks to it. It maybe takes me an hour on a weekend, maybe if I'm lucky. It saves me so much time. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. So make sure you grab that. As I said, you'll get the recording. So if you haven't grabbed it quite yet, it will come to you. So that's pretty much, what's the time doing? Oh, I've gone a little bit over. My apologies. And I'm hoping that you're still here. I can see that you are. Amazing. So what did we cover today? Time audit. So you know where to recoup time, filter your distractions, create big audacious goals to tap into daily, write them as though they've already happened, let go of what you can't control, don't dwell on mistakes, dwell on the learnings, and understand the importance of automation and using systems that can improve your productivity. So they're the learnings today. So what I want to make sure that you do, unlike every other tutorial we've done over the last literally 2.5 years, I'm actually going to send you the tools that you need to implement these things on an email, probably this afternoon or tomorrow. You will get those, because I want a transformation in your business. I want you to know that when you manage your time, you feel the release of pressure. You've been putting it on yourselves. We all are really good at that. And when you filter just distractions, the people you do surround yourself with will support, guide, and challenge you. That's what you want. And when you do this, you have the right mindset, you create audacious goals, and you know your business network will support you. And you can take control of what's important, which is business growth of your business. And that's what we want. So, these are just some of the things that we know transformation helps you with. It's, what's not working because it hasn't worked to date. You started the business for a reason. I want you to get back to that, understand and go back to why you started your business. A lot of advisors try and fix the pain point. We're here to fix the source. We're here to change your behavior and create habits. Because you started the business for a reason, I'm assuming, for a legacy, a lifestyle, to give back. And none of this will happen unless you take control of your business. So, there's a bunch of people that have said great things about Navigate Biz. You can go and find them on the website. We won't dwell on those. But what I do want to do here, this is the gift that I have for you. No cost. I want to give you my time. So that QR code will take you directly to my calendar, so you can book my calendar and see and go and have a chat. Because what I want you to do, if this is raised an awareness, oh man, there's some things I need to fix here in this business and within myself. I want you to book time with me, because I want to spend 30 minutes so that I can help you to implement some of the tools that I'm going to be sending you, help you to really define what is the pathway for your business, what action items you should take. So every phone call that I have with business owners, my goal is to make sure you've got something to take away. Super important for me. There's no point in me delivering these tutorials or speaking to business owners if you don't have something to take away. As I said, you're going to get an email with two tools. A to-do list, that's an electronic spreadsheet version that you can actually allocate tasks for projects across your team. Simple spreadsheet, don't have to buy it. It's going to be sent to you for free, and your time management worksheet. But what I will do for the first person who signs up to have a chat with me, I'm actually going to give you, I'm going to send you a planner. These are worth $40. So I'm going to send that to the first person who registers for a chat with me, because I know this planner for most people is going to be a game changer for them. It's going to help you to take control of your business. So questions, I'm going to open it up. I'm going to get the chat open so I can see it. Do you have questions? You know, this is the end of it. We're at the end, and my apologies for taking them longer than I expected. Govinda, I can see you have been interacting constantly and waving your hand, so I can only assume that you've loved what I've said. But do you have a question? Is there something that you got out of today that you're actually going to make a change in your business today? I'd love for you to pop it in the chat. If you want to ask a question, pop your hand up. I'll unmute you. You can ask away. It's super important for me that whilst you've got my attention, that I can actually give you some of my time. And, you know, is it about time management? Is it about a problem in your business? What can I help you with today? I can still see there's a bunch of you here already. I'm going to grab some water because talking for 40 minutes straight does make you a bit dry. Righty, I can see a question in the Q&A that just popped up. What is the link to register for me? What was my business? Okay, anonymous attendee, let me just go and unshare. What I will do is I'm going to go and grab the link to my calendar so that you can jump in and grab the call. So bear with me for a minute. What was my business, Luke? My business was a registered training organization. It was a company that, just going to pop, sorry, I'm doing two things at once, and should never do two things at once because that is not productive. I'm just grabbing the link to my, where's my chat gone? Bring it back, Joanne, here we go. This goes to everybody. There's the link. Go grab that link. That will take you straight to my calendar and you can book in my time. So Luke, my business was a registered training organization. So that was the core business that I had. It doesn't exist today because, as I said, it was liquidated, and that was liquidated because of legislative and some other challenges within the business. So the professional services department store was a company called Entamico, Entamico. As I said, doesn't exist anymore. Made up name, was never going to have a challenge with trademark because we had a professional company put it together. As I said, it had all these different businesses within the one. The core one was the RTO, which I ran. So I hope that answers your question, Luke. Does anybody else have a question? You know, please, as I said, the first person to register a call with me, and I'll see it on an email coming through, I will send you a free copy of this Business Without BS book. Don't forget, if you need it and want it and aspire to be how to be a 6-star business, that's the one I co-authored. It's on the website. And this is an amazing story from Nick Barnstall, the co-founder of Navigate Biz. Easy reading, it's not hard, but some great books that can help you and support you in your business learning. So again, any questions? I can see there's still a bunch of you here, so which is amazing. And thank you, but I am want to be respectful of your time. So for those of you who don't know, you can download the chat on Zoom. So for those of you who don't know, if you go to where the chat is, you'll see there's a little page picture, an emoji, and then there's 3 dots. Click on that, and there's a button, there's an option there to save the chat, and that will download it to your computer. And that way it'll save my contact details that I've typed in there and the link to the calendar. So just as a tip, some people may not know that that's the case. So I'm not getting any questions, so I can only assume that I've given you everything you need to know, all those sort of things. So yeah, you're still here, which is amazing. Actually, I can see a bunch of you are popping out. Govinda, thank you so much. There's been lots of interaction for you. I really, it's lovely to see people reacting. That gives me joy that you're actually listening and you're hearing and it resonates with you. So thank you. Anything else? Does somebody need me to answer anything? I'm going to give you about 30 seconds. Other than that, I'll duck off because, we've all got busy days. We've all got to control our time. And I trust that this has been really useful. Thank you for attending. And thank you, Luke. Thank you, Arthur. Really appreciate it. I think I've answered all the questions that were sitting there. So you have an amazing day. Hopefully I'll see you at the next one. This time next month, it's second last Thursday of the month, we'll be doing another tutorial. Have an awesome day. I can see you're all chopping off now. Go and have lunch, go and get on with your day, and watch out for that email coming through. You'll get all those tools sent to you. So I'm going to say not good night, goodbye. Have a marvelous day, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.